Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather for December 26, 2025. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health risk. And again, for those of you who shop Amazon, we do keep a storefront, Patient Weather, on Amazon. And purchases on Amazon made through our storefront does support the activities of Patient Weather. Looking at the surface map for December 26th, it's pretty similar to yesterday's, with a lot of unsettled weather here in the west and more unsettled weather here in the east. We do have that almost stationary front stretching all the way from Montana to the Cincinnati, back up here into really the westernmost sections of Pennsylvania, but the warm front then hanging south and cutting all the way through the Carolinas. Looking at pressure change, or at least our vitality index, which is a measure of all of those elements, you can see we do have some activity here in the westernmost coastal areas of California up through Oregon, with a little bit of unsettled activity going on down here in Southern California, a lot of activity about the Great Lakes, and then some fleeting activity here on the easternmost portions of New England. Looking at pressure change, rising pressure is the issue from central and northern California across coastal Oregon into coastal Washington and picking up in Vancouver. We have rising pressure in the New England area again, but this time stretching from Connecticut and Massachusetts up to New Hampshire, Maine, and off into the easternmost sections of Canada. But we have falling pressure across Montana, and then an extensive area of falling pressure all the way from Tennessee across Kentucky and up about the Great Lakes states from Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan, touching into western Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Looking at temperature change, very interesting. We have some rising temperatures and some of a migraine risk across Ohio. We have falling temperatures down here in the Carolinas and Virginia. Our dew point temperature map pretty much confirming the same thing, a lot of moisture in the west. And then we have a lot of, shall we say, decreasing dew point temperatures up here in the Great Lakes, and a lot more moisture again along the Carolina area. Vapor pressure pretty much just confirming the same thing, with surging moisture here in the west, surging moisture here in the Carolinas. Looking at the availability of oxygen in the atmosphere, we can see we have a significant area of migraine risk across the west, lots in Southern California, across Northern California, Oregon, Washington, picking up into portions of northern Nevada into Idaho. We also have a significant migraine risk up the plains, Oklahoma, into Kansas, Nebraska, and up into the Dakotas, across Missouri, Iowa, and into Wisconsin. We also have a migraine risk here in the Carolinas and Virginia, and then a migraine risk along the easternmost sections of New England, taking in Delaware, New Jersey, up into New Hampshire and all of Maine, and significant portions of the southeastern portions of Canada. We have the asthma or arthritis risk here in Montana. We also have the asthma risk across the south, the Gulf states, from Austin clear on across Louisiana into Mississippi and stretching into Alabama, but then picking up significantly again from Tennessee, Kentucky, up into Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, touching westernmost sections of Pennsylvania and upstate New York. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, let us know where you're located.